In my last video, I talked about my sleep experiment in February. I went to bed at 9:30 p.m. every day and I tried waking up at 4. That month was not just a sleep experiment month. Slowly, it became a month of experiments. Slowly, I was building habits. I had seen so many videos about how people started using habit tracker and it changed their life. I've always wanted to use one. I didn't think I was the habit tracker guy. Anyway, I thought since I have almost 8 habits to track, why not put it on a paper and start tracking it anyway? So, just for fun, I started tracking it. This is what it actually looked like. Nothing fancy, just a piece of paper and check marks. And you won't believe me, but it's just been a month and I already like it. I made a simple habit tracker and I would just put a check mark on it every day. I was tracking my habits like waking up at 4, self study, even if it's a single page every day, preparing one meal for me every day so that I avoid going to restaurant a lot, doing workout every morning, planning the next day, no social media at all, and of course going to bed by 9:30 p.m., which was a huge success. Like I said, I did not think using a habit tracker would be my kind of thing, but I made it simple. I just color coded it, green checks for task completed and red checks for incomplete tasks. So what it did was at the end of the day when I would go and put a check, green felt fulfilling. It felt like a sense of achievement and it added more motivation to continue next day. And whenever I would have to put a red tick on the paper, it felt so heavy. I didn't like doing that. That kind of tricked my mind into being more disciplined. Anyway, overall the results were satisfying, I would say. The wake up thing was not a huge success. I only completed 18 out of 28 days, but as mentioned earlier, sleeping at 9:30 was a huge success. That visual accountability made me like it. Trust me, I did not think I would go beyond week 1 with the tracker thing, but it's almost been a month and a half and I absolutely like it. And just so you know, this month I've updated into more simple yet more effective one. One of the habits that surprised me the most was walking. Of course, it was not on my daily list, it was a weekly one. My goal? To complete a 5-kilometer walk every week. But the results were surprising. Trust me, I'm not a walker. Even 100-meter feels like a lot to me. But on average, I walked 13 kilometers a day last month. That's surprising, isn't it? At some point, I realized something interesting. This habit tracker thing had quietly become a printed form of discipline for me. And having a visual form of discipline made me aware of my mistakes and made me motivated to progress every day. And of course, the experiments, some of it were successful, some of it failed, but my main goal still is to wake up consistently at the same time every day. And like I mentioned in the last video, how my body started recognizing the natural clock, the circadian rhythm, and started waking up early. So this March, I'm continuing doing something different, and maybe by the end of this month or first week of next month, I'll update you with what happens during this month. So this Mars is another experiment month for me and another fun adventure for me. Stay tuned and I'll update you whether I fail or I succeed.